Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, this is Thailand Bound. My name's Peter and I talk about everyday life in Thailand. The real stuff, not the made up or hype bits you see online. I've been around Thailand for a good few years now, long enough to know what's real and what's nonsense. I'm not here to dress things up or make it sound better than it is. I just tell it like it is. Now, today I want to talk about a video I came across recently. It was from a young English guy, probably early 20s, maybe 25 or 26. He's been living here in Thailand for a little while, long enough to think he knows how it all works. From what I can tell, he's making his money online, maybe doing a bit of vlogging, filming around the place, trying to make a living like a lot of people do here. And that's fine, I've got no problem with that. But what caught my attention was what he said in one of his videos. He said, older foreign men on their own who come to Thailand are disgusting. His words, not mine. He claimed he'd seen 17 and 18-year-old girls with men in their 60s or 70s. And I thought, here we go again, another internet hero trying to shock people for clicks. It's the same pattern every time. Say something controversial, stir the pot, and then sit back and watch the views roll in. But what he said isn't just nonsense, it's actually damaging. It paints a false picture of what life in Thailand really is, and it insults a lot of decent people who've done nothing wrong. Now, let me be clear about something. The vast majority of older guys who come to Thailand are just normal people. Most have worked hard their whole lives, paid their taxes, raised kids, gone through the ups and downs that life throws at everyone. They're not running away from anything. They're just trying to enjoy their later years somewhere warm, friendly and affordable. They're not sleazy types, they're not creeps, they're just men who want a bit of peace and happiness. And if some of them happen to meet Thai women while they're here, so what? Those women are adults, they're not children, they're not being forced into anything, and most of them are smart, independent people making choices that suit their own lives. A lot of the Thai women who meet foreigners are in their late 20s, 30s or even 40s. They've lived real life. Some have kids, some work in offices, some in shops, some in hospitality. They know exactly what they're doing. They're not victims. They make decisions based on what works for them. But people like this young English guy don't understand that because they look at it all through Western eyes. They assume that because they're an age gap, it must be wrong. But that's not how things work here. And here's something else people don't realise. Thai women often look a lot younger than they actually are. A woman who looks 17 or 18 might actually be 25 or 30. It's just how they are. The lifestyle, the skin, care, the climate, even genetics. They stay youthful for a long time. But people who don't know Thailand see a young-looking woman and jump straight to conclusions. They don't bother to understand the culture or the context. They just assume the worst. Now let's kill this myth that Thailand is full of underage girls waiting around for old foreigners. That's absolute rubbish. It's a lazy stereotype created by people who have never lived here, never spent time with real Thai people, and just repeat what they've seen in old documentaries. The truth is that most relationships here are between consenting adults and they're based on mutual benefit. Sometimes it's love, sometimes it's companionship, sometimes it's about financial stability or emotional support. Whatever it is, it's between two adults, and frankly, it's nobody else's business. And this is where it gets funny. The same young guy who's pointing fingers at everyone else is actually doing exactly what he's criticising. He's living here himself, making money off the culture, filming the people, showing the places, using Thailand's beauty and atmosphere to build his own online career. Yet, he's sitting there calling the very people who helped build the foundation of Thailand's modern tourism industry disgusting. If Thailand's so bad, why is he still here? Why not go back to cold weather, high rent and expensive beer? No, the truth is simple. He likes it here. He likes the lifestyle, the freedom and the laid-back attitude. He just doesn't like admitting he's no different from the people he's criticising. Now here's where I want to shift gears a bit, because this isn't just about that one guy. It's about a whole attitude I've seen from a lot of younger Western guys who come out here. They land in Bangkok or Pattaya or Phuket and suddenly they think they're the stars of the show. They strut around thinking they're studs, like they're God's gift to women. You see them walking up and down Soi 4, Soi Cowboy, or Beach Road in Pattaya, with that same look on their face, the one that says, "I've made it, I'm the man, look at me." They've got their fresh tattoos, tight shirt, maybe a few muscles, and they think all the Thai girls are chasing them. But what they don't realise is that a lot of these Thai girls are actually laughing at them behind their backs. Now, I don't mean that to be cruel, but it's true. The girls know what's going on. They see these young guys come in full of confidence and attitude, thinking they're irresistible. But Thai women can see through all that straight away. They're polite, they'll smile, they might even play along. But they know most of these young guys are naive. They're from countries where they've been mollycoddled all their lives. They've been told they're special, that they can do anything, that everyone owes them respect. And then they come to Thailand and mistake Thai kindness for attraction. What they also don't get is that Thai women tend to respect older men, not because of money, but because of stability. Older men have lived life, they've worked, they've struggled, they've got a sense of responsibility, they're calm, they're patient, and they're not trying to show off. They've got something solid about them. In Thai culture, stability matters more than looks. You could be 25 with abs and a motorbike, but if you've got no plan, no income, and no direction, a lot of Thai women won't take you seriously. Yeah, they'll flirt, they'll laugh with you, but they'll never see you as a long-term partner. You talk to Thai women in their late 20s or 30s and they'll tell you straight. They prefer older guys because they're dependable. They listen, they care, and they don't play games. They're not vanishing for 3 days or chasing every other girl in the bar. They're consistent. And consistency is what most Thai women value the most. It's not about buying them fancy things or handing out cash. It's about being reliable, being the kind of man who says something and actually follows through. Now let's be fair, some of these young guys mean well. They're not all arrogant, some just don't know any better. But a lot of them genuinely think that just because they're young and Western, they're going to sweep through Thailand and have every woman after them. What they don't realise is that most of the time, they're just the ones being played. The women are friendly, they might hang around, but they're usually thinking to themselves, this one's easy to handle. And here's the part that makes me laugh. These same young guys who look down on older men often end up becoming just like them later in life. Once they've had their fun, made a few mistakes, maybe been heartbroken a couple of times, they start to understand that looks and charm don't mean much. That's when they start to see why Thai women prefer older, steadier men. They realise life's not all about showing off. It's about finding peace, comfort, and someone who actually cares about you. Thailand isn't impressed by arrogance. You can walk around thinking you're a stud, but the people who live here long term know what really counts. Respect, manners, and reliability. Those are the things that matter here. And that's why older men fit in so well. They're not competing, they're not pretending, they're just being themselves. You know, a lot of people forget how much older foreigners have done for this country. The tourism, the small businesses, the money that gets spent here. All of that helps Thailand grow. From Hua Hin to Pattaya to Chiang Mai, thousands of families rely on that income. The guys who come here to retire, they're not taking anything away. They're adding to the economy. They're renting houses, eating in local restaurants, hiring drivers, buying from markets, supporting schools and families up country. So to label them as disgusting just shows how little understanding some of these young guys really have. Life changes as you get older. The things that matter to you at 20 don't matter at 60. When you're young, you chase excitement, you chase attention. When you get older, you value peace, honesty, and loyalty. You stop worrying about what people think. You just want to live life your way. And that's what these older men are doing. They've earned the right. So when I hear these young guys talking down about older foreigners or acting like they're superior, I don't get angry, I just smile. Because I know that Thai women are laughing too. They see it every day. These young guys thinking they're the main event, when really they're just passing through, full of confidence but short on understanding. If they stick around long enough, maybe they'd see the bigger picture. Maybe they'd realise that being respected has nothing to do with your age or your looks. It's about how you treat people and how you carry yourself. That's something the older generation of foreigners already figured out a long time ago. And let me just add something from my own experience, because I've been coming to Thailand for almost 30 years now, long before YouTube and social media turned everyone into an expert. I've seen it all, the bars, the beaches, the back streets, the expat life, everything. And in all that time, I've never once seen an 18-year-old girl in a proper relationship with a 60 or 70-year-old foreign man. Not once. It just doesn't happen the way these internet heroes claim it does. Sure, you might see an older guy with a younger woman, but she's not a teenager. She's a grown woman, usually mid-20s or older. The ones who actually live here know that. So when this young English guy sits there on camera telling his audience that he's seen this many times, it makes me laugh, because if he's seen it, then he must be wandering around with his eyes shut most of the time, or more likely he's just making things up to sound interesting. It's all a part of the YouTube game. Stir the pot, pretend you've uncovered something shocking and hope it brings in a few extra clicks. But anyone who's spent real time here can see straight through it. He's not exposing anything, he's just exposing how little he actually knows. And honestly, that's what annoys me most about these young guys who come out here thinking they understand Thailand after 6 months. They don't. They live in their own fantasy world, talking like experts while living off coffee shop Wi-Fi and second-hand gossip. You can always spot them full of confidence but empty on experience. I've been here for decades. I've spoken to thousands of Thai people. I've seen every kind of relationship imaginable. And I can tell you right now, what he's describing simply doesn't exist in the real Thailand. Maybe it does in his imagination, but not in the streets and bars that the rest of us actually live in. Anyway, that's my take on it. I'm not here to defend bad people. I'm just here to tell the truth as I see it. Thailand's not perfect, but it's real. And the people who understand that tend to do just fine here. If you're new to the channel, I talk about the real Thailand, not the fantasy and not the clickbait. So if you like straight talk about life out here, hit that subscribe button, give the video a thumbs up and join the conversation in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch up with you soon for another video.